Hello and welcome back. Merry Christmas to you all. And today I'm just gonna show a few projects that I never finished before, but I have the material already. And it's a Sabtronic 2010A. It's this one. It's a digital multimeter. I have some footage on that. Also, I have here a Nixie Philips. It's the PM2423. And also I've got this very old Nixie HP 5323A, and they are still broken right now, but I just have the footage, and I will just show you to enjoy during these days. Hello and welcome back, and guess what? I have another frequency counter. But this one is really cool, and I did not have this one in my collection. It is the HP and it's the 5323A, and it has Nixie tubes. And the seller I bought it from, he thought I would take it apart, and he charged me a certain amount per Nixie tube because he thought I would take it out. So I had actually a very nice price for this one. Look, 6 Nixies, so that's what I paid for it. And it is a frequency counter, and it goes up to 20 megahertz. It is not a lot, but I think in coolness it just compensates for that. Look at this. And yeah, let's see. He said it's not working, but I heard already from other people, just take it apart. There are a lot of contacts hitting the board or not hitting the board, so probably if you clean everything it should be working. And yeah, let's just see. I want to open it anyway, so and it really needs a cleaning job because I'm just counting. I think I got the discount. There are 7 Nixies, so it was even a better deal. Well, I run out of 10 megahertz outputs. I'm still waiting for my distribution amplifier. I'm just feeding in now 1 megahertz, and it says counting, but it doesn't really counting. It is in check mode. I'm not sure what it is. Well, it seems to count, but it's not really counting anything. So AC or DC coupled should not matter, about 220. The DC of course goes a little bit lower. Yeah, attenuation, it's probably, now it says armed. I hope I didn't activate something that I should not. Nah. Let's clean it. Well, if you look at this, it is very dusty, and but it doesn't look too scratchy. So I really think if I have cleaned this, that it's maybe looking very good. And we're also lucky because it's calibrated. It's only due a few years. So I'm not sure if I clean it. Maybe I leave the sticker. But I don't know yet. But first I'm gonna clean, and then we open it. Yeah, and I think I was right about the dust, because now I clear off all the dust, and I think it has protected it from scratches, because it does look very nice. And I do have here some sticker residue, but with some EPA that will be solved. And yeah, let's open it. I want to have a look inside. Okay, I open, and it actually looks quite nice. Yeah, look at this. It's all in modules. It's kind of clear. Here you see the Nixies. There are indeed 7. The drivers, This is for the digital recorder, so here it's already digital. So we can measure that. All these little lights here are just normal light bulbs. They are connected here. We have here a power supply. We have a test point, so we can start testing there if that is good. And yeah, here we have a lot of modules I need to find out. I have the service manual already. Keysight is very good with that. You just type in Google and they have some sort of forward page and they forward it, and then you have it. So that took me like 30 seconds to find that, so that's very good. Thank you, HP Keysight. And yeah, I think maybe just start cleaning the contacts of all the modules. Yeah. We open the bottom, and again it's all with modules. It looks very easy to see, and again just with connectors that you slide on. So I have this Scotch-Brite here. I used it sometime for aluminum, as you have seen, but I did on a millivoltmeter with from Farnell, and you just polish it and it will look great. But this is also great for contacts, especially when it's copper like this. It will oxidate a little bit, and you just go over it and you will already see, oh, it's clean. This is perfect. So that's what we're going to do. Just open it, disconnect, try to clean all the contacts and see if we have a better function, and then maybe if it doesn't work, then we're just gonna debug any further. Today I have a cool meter. It's from Philips, and this was actually the first time that I saw it. And it's the PM2423, and it's a 3-digit Nixie counter, the multimeter, and it does DC, AC voltage, and resistance. And yeah, for the voltage you need to use the black and the red, and for resistance the blue and the black. And well, it was sold to me as that the Nixies are, at least the Nixies are working. So let's see what it does. And if we move it, it makes a noise. So let's see what that is. 2 feet are missing. Well, if that's all, that is maybe also the noise. And if I look at the back, his last calibration was in 12/12/1980. So that is almost exactly 30 years ago. That's kind of cool. So let's see if we can fix it before this date. That would be very nice. And yeah, it says here 220 only. So I hope it can also do 230, because nowadays that is 230. I'm not too afraid about it. I'm just gonna try it. So now we have a better look from the front. As you can see, it is DC, AC, mega ohms, kilo ohms, normal ohms, and there is a range hold. And here you can see you need to connect the voltage to the 2 here, and the resistance between these two. And this is actually blue, but yeah, they are, because it is a little bit old and dirty. It's a little bit a different color. And let's see if indeed Nixies work. Oh, here they use again this little neon tube to put the 1 in the front. That is funny. It seems auto-ranging for the voltage, and now it's running all over the place and it says R. So I think this is over range. So it's now over-ranging. So maybe if we short pins, that it is On the ohms and on the AC, it does exactly the same. The hold range only holds the dot, I think. AC volts, the DC volts, that is good. Yeah, it goes a little bit up and down, but it is a high impedance. So let's see if we short it. It's immediately stable. Okay, that's a good sign. Let's get the voltage reference. I have my little magic box here. And it is ranging with 2 volts. So 2 volts, 20 volts, 200 volts. And so we can just start. And it's just above his first range. Yeah, it should say 2.5 and it says 2.3 and it's immediately there and it says also plus. So maybe if it can also do negative. Yes, it can. Okay, the center is a little bit off because here it's minus and it's too much. So that's the reference voltage. Okay. And now it says plus. Now what it just was too high, then it's now too low. So it's about 50 millivolts. Again, 50 millivolts, 5 volts, 7.5. Again, 15 millivolts. And again 15 millivolts on the 10 volts. But this works, so that is great because that means that the AC/DC converter and all the drivers are okay. So now we need to see what is wrong with the AC and the ohms. But it could also be a problem in the switches or the board. Let's have a look first. But this is a good sign. I like it. Okay, first thing now is open it. Let's see what's inside. And I don't know, just have a flat on the yard. Unplug the power. Yeah, it seems it is these two, and then it just slides out. And maybe even in the back. Let's see in the back first. These two. Yes, that makes sense. That's good. Oh, it already slides out. Okay. Well, I will just put other feeds on it. Look at this. Yeah, this is an old technique. And these look like reed relays. Oh yes, here it is. Here it says Tokata, Japan. Yeah, so it is indeed made in Japan. And it looks like that the plug is not inserted correctly, so let's have a look at that. In the bottom, there has been some soldering done right here. And some soldering on the pins. So I hope they did it on the right spot or not. But what they have done here, look at this. Okay, I removed the block here in the front, and this one and then I could just slide out PCB, and you see some funny stuff because here they have a multi-legged transistor, or it's an IC, and they just put the legs on top and they wire somewhere. So those probably have been replaced, and if I look in the bottom, indeed they have been replacing here, 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 and here. So I need to see if it is replaced with the original value, or they just found a replacement transistor or IC. And here we see it did catch a lot of dust, and this cap looks a bit bulky, so that one is going to be replaced for sure, if the measurement is good or not, but it is bulky, and that is usually not a good sign. So hopefully the repairs they did were good, didn't make it worse, and have a look if the switches are good. So I'm just gonna clean first, because maybe the repairs were good, but yeah, I cannot see that. We need to measure. Today I have a multimeter. It is a Sabtronics, and it's the model 2010A. It's a digital multimeter, and as you can see, it is again one of my barn finds. I really pay very little money. I just wanted to buy it because the serial, what you say, the model number, and the way these lines are reminded me a lot of the Fluke. So I just wanted to see what else that they copied. If you can see the lines there, and the type number is also, this is the 8010A and this is the 2010A, and these lines, but I'm not sure if it's done by a marker by the owner itself, or it is done from the factory and they just tried to copy the Fluke look. So let's see. First I will clean, and then we probably can see if it is done by a marker or not. So I'm back. Now it has screws like you have in wood, and the thing even has a battery, and it seems rechargeable. I have a power supply, so well, let's see what is inside. Well, the inside also says Sabtronics, so it is definitely not a Fluke. And yeah, they have a big shunt here. And yeah. Still, I like to clean the front because I want to see. Okay, now that's clean. It does look a lot better, and it seems that it's from factory, and I really cannot deny the fact that they really try to do the same with these buttons, no? With the white, but only at the red one, and but you see the white ones for the ranges, or the gray ones for the ranges, and the white ones for the selection, and it does look very similar. And yeah, just funny. That's why I wanted to buy it. Let's see if it even works. So that's it. Still unfinished. I will finish that later, but you already could have a look at it. So thank you for watching, and happy holidays, and I hope to see you next time.